Morning, guys. So I thought I'd start replying to some of these questions and comments on the video I uploaded responding to Don't Buy Your Own Home. It's a Sunday morning, quite early. Had a little camp out last night with my son. So look, I thought I'd pick this one because there's like 50 odd different comments replying to this point here. And if anyone can predict and guarantee when the market crash is going to happen, please let me know. Because obviously, when you buy at the absolute lowest, then you are always going to be in a much better position. But there is a good old saying, it's not about time in the market, about time in the market. Even if you bought at the absolute height, which I have done back in like 2006, 2007, that sort of crash, I ended up holding on to those properties. And even though they were in negative equity, and even though they were costing me money in terms of cash flow, for years I was having to top up the balance because the rent wasn't covering the mortgage payments. I ended up selling them, one of them only, I think, last year, and I made like a £60,000 profit, which wiped out any cost it ever did have, and it accumulated over those years when it was a negative balance on the monthly payments. And if you start to understand your local market and what impacts it and what's going on in it, and then what happens nationally, you can start to try and time the market whilst you're buying and selling. And this is for everyone, including property investors and developers and people with super portfolios and first time buyers. And I said right at the start of the lockdown of 2020 that was the bottom of the market. I was absolutely ridiculed for it. I had hundreds of comments of people saying it was going to drop even more. We're in for the long haul. It's going to be a massive crash, 50%. Now, I went on a massive buying spree. I must have bought, I think, 12 properties over the space of about 4 months. And some of those have more than doubled in value. Not because they were worth that much, but because I used the scaremongering to my advantage to buy properties significantly below market value. And I would say we are in a very similar time now, not as extreme, but you can definitely use your position as maybe a first-time buyer with a mortgage, ready to go, no chain, to negotiate really good deals. Because, on the other hand, people who want to sell will only sell for what they're prepared to sell it for. But the people who need to sell will take the offer that they can afford to take.